Hey, how you doing? This is Marcus. Welcome to Hackish Mock Interviews. If you like the candidate in this video, check out the description of the video and visit their LinkedIn profile and reach out to them. Today, this is the OG mock interview on the Hackish channel. Keep the main thing, the main thing. So today we got my man Ryan Tatum with us. And Ryan, kind of tell him a little bit about yourself.
Of course, of course. So my name is Ryan Tatum. I am a senior at Texas Southern University, majoring in computer science. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, and I do have a focus in full stack development as well as cybersecurity.
All right, that sounds great. So, I've talked to Ron before, and a super smart kid. And I'm just so how this works is, um, what I want to do is I want to do some mock interviews with smart kids like Ryan, and smart candidates in general. It doesn't matter what your age is. If you're trying to get into tech, trying to get into cybersecurity, trying to get into coding, and you're trying to get into that job, you can come and I can give you a mock interview. I do this a lot, and so hopefully this is going to go good. You know, I'll be mentoring several people like Ryan and trying to get them through the hiring process. So, hey, cool. So I like it. You're a combination of cybersecurity
Yes,
and
sir.
and coding. So this is right up my alley. Let's get busy, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you've been doing you're majoring in computer science, and that's awesome. Tell us a little bit what got you into computer science. Why do you like it?
Of course. So first starting off my freshman year, I was coming into school not even knowing I was even coming into school. So I was majoring in kinesiology. I wanted to be a a coach and also a coach and a teacher because I played football my whole entire life. So I really didn't know anything else but football. So going through my first semester of college, I was going through the classes and it just wasn't me. I wasn't playing football anymore. Things were just a little bit, I wouldn't say just easy, but it's a little bit easier to me than it was to others. So I, I kind of wanted the challenge. So I looked up online. I was like, so what are the highest paying jobs? I know it sounds crazy, but I looked up what are the highest paying jobs, and computer science was up there. I've always been into computers, so I was like, why not just give it a chance? So I changed my major that next semester to computer science, and I was in the intro to C++ classes, and I was in there lost. I had no idea what to do. I didn't know what an int, a float, a double, and they were just showing everything on the screen. And I was like, oh my God, I'm scratching my head, overwhelmed. So I called my parents. I was like, hey, I'm in computer science now. It's what I want to do. I really want to be successful in life. So they were like, hey, well, your aunties is in that kind of track as well. So they got me linked up with my aunt Kim, who was working at Deloitte, and she got me like on like a track and kind of like just told me like what I need to do, just like to start studying and like start getting like the right foundation. So I started studying, and so like I said, going into the class, I didn't know anything, and I wanted to be the best I could be in the class. So I was kind of treating it like the football game. So I wanted to be the starter on the field. So I had to have all my attributes, all the badges, and everything up to date. So I got on Coursera, and I was staying up late nights just studying, just trying to
I
get
love it.
everything down, just my whole foundation down. So coming into the class, I knew nothing. Going into the end of the class, going to the final, I was the first one done, and it was just like amazing. The teacher told me, he was like, "Hey man, you're good." I'm a, I was going to the next class, which was advanced C++, which is amazing. So I was happy, and with that same semester, so that was like the fall point, and then the next semester I ended up getting my an interview for a Pluralsight, and then that's when things just took off from there. So
That's
I had,
awesome. So you've done it. You've done that's cool. So you've done a couple of internships. Can you just tell me what coding languages are you pretty good at?
of course, so I know C++, and then I know a couple of front end languages. I know HTML, CSS, and then I also know JavaScript as well.
Okay, fantastic. And so now so you've done two internships. One of those internships looked pretty cool because it was with it was with a pro team.
Yes,
So can you
sir.
just walk us through the internships and what you did at the internships?
Course. So the pro team, which was the Utah Jazz, which was a shocker, which was a cybersecurity internship, which I was going in just not knowing what to do. I wouldn't say what to do, but like exactly how like cyber stuff really operates, because I was mainly on the software side. So I got to learn about endpoint detection and responses, remote mobile device management, things of that nature. So I got to work with a Ninja One, Sentinel One, some of those type of applications. I got to remote into some of the people's computers. So if they needed any help or anything, I got to remote into their laptops, help them, and also push applications. So that comes with like imaging. If we have like a fresh computer, I got to image the computers, put the application on there, run the Python scripts through there, and also make sure that all the apps and stuff were on there. So, and then I also have another one with Pluralsight. I got to work with single sign-on in SSO, and as well as OIDC, which is Open ID Connect. Is basically just how a user gets signed on, and single sign-on is just they sign into one thing, and it signs them to into all like the rest of their apps. And same thing with OIDC. You sign in through Google, and it just basically signs into the rest of them through Google. So yeah,
Fantastic.
two fun internships.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
mean, and internships are that's definitely where you get a lot of experience and knowledge and all that stuff. Now, I don't see it on her. Before I thought I saw you. You just sent me you sent me an updated resume, and so on the updated, I don't see. Did you have a certification, at least one or two?
Yes, sir. I do have a certification. I do have my Security Plus.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, so I'm gonna. So that's like an overview. You did some really good internships. It looks like you've been coding. So how long have you been coding now?
So I would say I've been coding for a good 3.5, 4 years. So like right when I made that change, that's when I really like hit it hard. So I've been hitting C++ is because they pushed that inside of our school. So I learned C++ heavy, and that's been my go-to back end language. But then I just fell in love with front end. I love to see my code move on the screen. So I started getting into the front end, started making websites. So I started making my own portfolio websites, but they didn't really tell me that I had to pay for it yearly. So some of the websites are down, but yeah. So
So
I
you're
made
working on
plenty
a
of.
tight. You're working on a tight budget.
Yes, sir. But I made plenty of nice websites, just creative websites. Even one for my dad's barbershop, like a sign-in sheet, because I know they got tired of using the paper. So I integrated Square's databases into like the Book Now button. So every time they can go in there, it's like a sign-in page. And you can scroll down, you can click on each barber. So we have my dad in there. And when you click the Book Now button, it'll basically just take you to the Squares wherever they have their things inside of Square.
That's cool. So how did you study for the Security Plus certification?
Of course. So I use Udemy. I use Jason Dion's training and also Andrew Ramadan's training. So Jason Dion's courses, I just every single day. So I think it's 30 full courses. So for 30 days, literally went to bed, woke up, nothing but Security Plus for 30 days straight. And then the last couple of weeks, I just did the practice test, and I just kept doing it until I got it, and then I took the test. I think it took me around a month and a half, maybe 2 months to get. But I took the test as soon as I got down to Utah. So whenever I got down to Utah, I had everything that I basically needed for the job, but I just didn't know exactly what I was going to do for the job.
All right, cool. That's awesome, man. So you've done. So it looks like you've done a lot of code, and I'm pretty impressed with that. So do you prefer cybersecurity or do you prefer the coding aspects? Are you just like, can you like what have you found a love yet?
I got you. So the honest truth, I I want to say I have, but I don't want to say I have because I just truly don't know. So like I do, cyber. I can just sit right here and I can just learn cyber. I'm not gonna lie, make my own networks, have my own. I like doing. I'm not gonna lie, but coding is it's what I've been told is rewarding, and I feel like I have a good grasp on it on C++. But every time I go back to the barbershop, it's like they're telling me something new to learn. So it's like I don't truly, I don't want to say I don't know, but like it's like I don't know which route that I truly want to take because there's so many people swaying me another way. So I really just don't know.
Yeah. So I would tell you, like, and how I see it is like, I think code is a superpower, and the fact that you can code is fantastic. So you could probably go the developer route, but I can also tell you that cybersecurity, and is a place that where you can actually use it from a day to day basis. Funny enough, you're a prime example of what sometimes I talk about. What I talk about sometimes is that if you know how to code, you can apply that to any discipline. So I know you know your father's a barber, you grew up in a barber shop, so you was able to apply your code to something that you knew and you grew up with, and solve a problem. So that's what coding is all about. It's about figuring out a problem and solving it programmatically, and that sounds like something that you enjoy doing. So I think that you could probably be successful in cybersecurity, and or if you wanted to, go full time coding. One of the things that's really hot right now is automation with AI. So you can code, you can maybe work with some large language models and something like that, and you could maybe give that a crack. That would be pretty cool. So are there any questions that you want to ask me, or like about cybersecurity or coding? What like, because I mean you got me here. So
Of
anything you
course.
want to ask me?
So, what you hear in my backstory, what is the true way I should go? Because at this point, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning full stack, and I'm also learning cybersecurity. So I'm learning my net. I'm also trying to get my network plus right now that I'm scheduled to get. I'll say at the end of this month. So
Hmm.
what path should I truly take? Because if I hit a path, I'm going head first, and I'm not stopping. I'm taking it all. I'm taking all of the paths right now. So.
I mean, I love it. I love your enthusiasm. I love your tenacity. And so what I would say is that I don't think you have to make a ironclad decision. I think you just keep on learning, right? Because like I've learned in my life that I keep on learning, and you never know when you're going to be able to apply a certain discipline to your job. For instance, like since you're understanding cybersecurity, you're going to probably be able to use that to make more secure code. Also, there's a lot of people in cybersecurity that don't know how to code, so you're going to be able to do coding and some integrations and maybe work with APIs for cybersecurity. So I think you're doing everything right, especially like learning internet networking with the Network Plus. That's going to be a great certification to put on your resume too, because you have the Security Plus. It looks like you understand networking pretty well, and you can build websites. Can you go a little bit? I want to ask you. Can you go a little bit on how? What have you learned about internet networking and building networks? Because it looked like you had some IT experience.
Course. So I learned about so far what I've learned. I learned about like captive portals. I learned about things like that. Um, so I learned about different ports. So you have the file transfer protocol, which is 21 and 22. So like things like that in that nature, just like that.
Yeah, well, that's what's up. So yeah, you definitely want to know all those protocols inside out. You know what's on the web, because that's gonna help you out big time. And you've been patching and doing stuff like that. That's cool. So I love your hunger. I love
Mhm.
the fact that you're grinding, man, and you've touched a lot of stuff, and the fact that you're building stuff from scratch is very encouraging. Keep on doing what you're doing. Like I said, you can always hit on me to ask me something, but I think you're doing everything right, and you've been a self-starter too. I love the fact that you're going to college and you're also doing Pluralsight, Coursera, all those different things too. That's amazing.
Yes, sir. I'm always trying to get that upper edge, just trying to be a little bit better than my peers inside the classroom.
That's fantastic. Can you tell me a little bit about so you did those two internships. What was the takeaway from each one?
The takeaway from each one is really just focus on my I want like I don't want to say like this, but like focus on like myself as well, like how I interact around others as well. Like it's not just about how smart I am, it's also about how I interact with others. So I can't just be like I'm sorry, like a douche and like just be like, oh yeah, I'm just as smarter than everybody. You have to help and brainstorm and kind of like knock brains with everybody else and like pick their brains as they're picking your brains and just brainstorm with them as well.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So my thing is like, as long as you go into a place, you're always adding value, right? You're always adding value. You're always bringing that together. Again, that's the right kind of mindset, because you know, at my day job, we say security is a team sport. Now, any place, funny enough, you grew up playing football, you kind of know that like everybody, and we say PYP, play your position. So if everybody on the team play their position, and we all play together, the team, you know what they say, teamwork make the dream work,
Dream
right?
work, yes sir. Literally, yes sir.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Hey, man, I think you're an amazing candidate. For everybody out there that's looking at this, y'all need to hit my man Ryan up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave Ryan's LinkedIn in the bio, and I highly encourage. So Ryan will be graduating soon, and we want to get him into the workforce. I'm trying. I'm pulling all. I'm doing everything I can do wherever I'm at, and I highly encourage y'all to. He's currently based out of Houston. Grew up in the Dallas area, but he's willing to work anywhere in the country. Is that right?
Yes sir, that is correct.
All right. Any final thoughts you want to tell people about yourself?
uh I'm really looking for a job. Please help. No, I'm joking.
All
I'm
right.
really
Please help my young brother out. He's super smart. And like I said, I love the combination of cybersecurity and coding. And like I said, you've done a lot of projects. Uh, you know, basically you understanding C++. That means you really know how to get down in code. So, hey, I appreciate you for hopping on. I look forward to seeing your growth and you continue to crush it. Thanks for coming on the Hackish Mock Interview.
of course, yes sir, thanks for having me.
I'm looking in the mirror, what do I see? I see the only person alive that could stop me. I'ma push it to the limit with it, everything I got. I'm a rocket ship in motion, I'm headed to the top.